right. It is my birthday. I am now 29. Birthday stream. And heads up, there will be some different things about this playthrough because I had to make some modifications to my mods. That sounds redundant. It's like some modifications to my mods. And something worse. So yes. So I had to make a new playthrough to avoid corrupting my save. Mostly the same though. There might be differences in items.
Ah, good day to you, Guildmaster. I trust you are faring well. How goes the excavation?
Just a little accident that set us back.
Sorry to hear that. I trust nobody was seriously hurt.
Just a few bumps and bruises.
That's good to hear. Did Carl inform you I wanted to speak with you?
Yes, he said you had a proposal or something.
Well, it's a bit of a proposal and a request. We've been cordial neighbors for some time now, the explorers and the museum, that is. And I began to think that it is rather silly that we aren't working more closely with one another. Then Carl told me of the availability of the chief librarian position in your guild, and I thought that I might offer my expertise in that role. In exchange, I was hoping that you and your explorers might be willing to undertake some exploration and excavation of a variety of artifacts, funded by the museum, of course. I have just completed the majority of the renovations to the building and would be ready to open officially if I could find some reliable treasure hunters or mercenaries. I think that you and your people would be eminently qualified. So I was thinking that I become chief librarian for the Explorer Society and you become the relic hunter for the museum.
So you buy any and all artifacts we find?
Well, I was thinking more that I would simply safeguard and showcase the things you found, offer you funding and occasional finder's fees, and that way you can access any of the collection you provide at your discretion.
Sounds like a good arrangement.
Excellent. Well, let me give you the 10 Septum tour then.
This building was once called Magnarian Hall and was built as a temple dedicated to Talos, the patron god of the Nords. After the White Gold Concordat, however, the statue was moved and the temple closed. I came here a few years ago and was able to procure use of the space in the pursuit of establishing this museum. Of course, I have had the building vastly expanded over the last 2 years to accommodate what I hope will become one of the grandest collections of Tamrielic history in the world. This grand atrium I call the Hall of Heroes. It is where a variety of historically significant relics can be displayed, and is quite a striking entrance to the museum, if I do say so myself. Off to the right is the reception hall and staff barracks, as well as the museum office where I do much of my work. To our left you'll find the central hallway leading to all the other galleries of the museum, which also serves as the cultural arts exhibit. Here I hope to display a variety of art as well as elements representing the more primitive cultures here in Skyrim, such as the Falmer, Forsworn, the Giants, and more. Down here on the lower level you will find access to the East Exhibit Halls, which houses the Daedric Gallery, the Hall of Lost Empires, Hall of Oddities, and the Hall of Legends, which showcase a vast array of relics pertaining to the Daedra, Dwemer, Falmer, and ancient Nordic cultures, as well as a number of peculiar items that defy simple classification. At the close end of this hall, the stairwell will lead to the Hall of Wonders and armories in the basement, and up to the second floor. There you will find access to the Natural Science Gallery, as well as the Dragonborn Hall, where I will commission a variety of displays heralding any of your accomplishments. At the far end of the hallway on both floors, you'll find access to the Grand Library, and here on this floor, the door on the right also connects to the museum office. If you cannot find me in my office, you will almost certainly find me whiling away the hours in the library. Also, you should pick up a copy of the museum guide at the entrance of the museum. We'll let you know the schedule of where I'm working should you need to find me, and it will offer you an easier way of navigating the museum, as well as keep track of how many displays our museum has. Of course, it may take me a moment to update those accounts, so check the guide again if you feel the numbers seem off. I'm sure I'll eventually account for everything. Any items you find for display, you can either manually place them yourself, or utilize the prep station in my office. And I'll ensure everything you have gets properly displayed if it has an appropriate place. I'm likely to have a variety of tasks for you, but in between, I'm sure you could help me find a random relic or two I've been researching. Feel free to look around and come find me if you have any questions. I'm very excited about the prospects of where we are headed. Oh, almost forgot. There is a safe house upstairs with all the amenities you could ever want. I don't utilize it much, so you can feel free to. And lastly, I have a few leads for you to get started. First is an artifact I heard is for sale by a general merchant in Helgen named Borgoth. He said he would hold the item for me for a while. So it may be best to retrieve it first. The others, well, the notes will tell you all you need to know about them.
Right. So yes, that bit he mentioned about Helgen, that's basically your cue to go to Helgen and start the whole Alduin thing. Here's a few to-do items that will get you off on the right foot, I think. Firstly, Borgoth of the Finest Wares Emporium is holding for me a small collection of rare Nordic burial urns, which he is only willing to hold for a short time. So if you could make that a priority, I'd appreciate it. Another area of interest would be Bleak Falls Barrow, a rather sizable Merithic-era dragon temple, which could very well hold some good history or relics. It is easily reachable from just west of Riverwood. Lastly, an old Nordic ruin near Whiterun called a Silent Moon's Camp. There's rumor of a special forge there that creates unusual weapons. It should prove to be an interesting place to investigate. But do be careful. I have heard some rumors that bandits have made their home there, or tried to uncover a missing treasure of sorts. Good luck, my friend. Let's stop in anytime you need my aid. Art at Dragonborn Gallery. Now, personally, I think that tour is a bit lacking. So what do you say I give us my own tour? Alright. We have the entrance hall, of course. As you progress, a strongbox will appear up here, where you'll receive donations to the existing that you can collect. Over here, you can display paintings you might find. Now, he mentioned this is the Hall of Heroes, where these are various weapons you can find throughout the place. This is where you will find the relics of Iskamor, etc. More various weapons. Some various mystical armors around here. Various weapons. This is where a bunch of dragon pleased masks and dragon claws will be. Various weapons, blah blah blah. The relics of the 9 divines. Divine Crusader. Various weapons and stuff. Various weapons. And here's some stuff for the Galder and related stuff, as well as Azadals. And yet more various weapons. Over here, we have the staff barracks. This is something that will fill later in a future quest line. These are where some various fun things can be. This is something I'll... Actually, you know what? I'll go here first. Here. Bunch of places you can sleep. Over here is Arian's office. Next, we go to the museum storeroom. There's not too much down here, however, reserve vintages, here's where you can end up storing a bunch of special drinks. So yeah, very fun place for alcoholics. Wait, what? Okay, on to the other main parts of the museum. Yeah, these pedestals and stuff will get filled as you discover more places. Over here is where you'll end up will be filled as you discover more shrines added by the mod Winter Sun. Next, what do you say we check out the East Exhibit Hall? Now then, these particular things will be filled as I have added to a mod on the player homes display, where as you get more player homes, that includes the homesteads, models of them will appear up here. Oh, and yes, remember here? Well, here's another member of the Explorers Guild, Madras.
Yes? What is it?
He doesn't have anything to say. He really does, but yeah, I have a job for you.
What is it?
I'd like you to go out and excavate.
Fantastic, then.
He'll probably have something to say next time. In the meantime, let's continue with the tour. The Daedric Hall, where you'll be destroying any Daedric artifacts you'll find, including some added by mods. Some by this mod, and some by other mods, and some even by Creation Club. Stuff you'll notice won't appear, like Jigalag Sword. Bow Shadows, Nerve Shatter, Scourge, Spear of Bitter Mercy. Yes, ancient Daedric stuff. Keg Breaker, oh that's fun. The Grey Cowl Nocturnal. Asia Crescent. And there's still more down here. Labbajack, Forks of something, Azure Star, Dawnbreaker, Rufalex, blah 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 blah, Ebony Mail, Savior's Hide, Skull of Corruption, Ruin's Edge. Yes. And I've here seen Staff of Sheogorath. Oops! Right in my face. Here's where a bunch of Hermaeus Morris related stuff will appear, including Mirok's outfit. Yay! Now then, still have a couple more halls to check out. Hall of Oddities. Include a bunch of fancy knickknacks and doodads. Yes. Some of these... Ooh, I haven't prayed in a while. I should fix that. Pray to Talos. I'm not moving! With Talos. Anyway, a bunch of these are reserved for other patch mods added. A bunch of more fun little weapons. And these are from a mod. I'll go over that when we get into it. As I mentioned, I will discuss which mods I have when we start approaching them. Here, the Hall of Lost Empires, for stuff involving the Dwemer, the Falmer, Snow Elves, etc. Here's a bunch of stuff that we'll get from the Dawn Guard. Some stuff I don't remember off the top of my head. So forgetful, I'm sorry. Some stuff, like the little things up there will appear as you explore more areas. And that includes any ancient Drago-related stuff. All of Lost Empires, after all. Yes, this is gonna be a fun mod can't wait to get to. Ethereal stuff. Oh yes, this entire area, yes. Oh yes, that's for another mod. Okay. Control cubes, Badaba, Scooby-Doo, stuff. Essence extractor. Focusing crystals, stuff, ash extractors. Anyway, yes. And more stuff from a mod. Now to the next part. That's all for the East Hall's exhibits. What you say? We dance! No? Fine. Now then, our next stop will be the Hall of Wonders. Loading screen, loading screen. This is where a bunch of stuff from the Creation Club will appear. Provided they aren't needed somewhere else. Various Creation Club stuff. The horse armors. Goblins. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Here's a bunch of stuff from Saints and Seducers. The various alternative armors, Crimson Dirk's stuff and all that. My nose itches. Anyway, and here, Fishy Zone! Fishies! 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 I love that edition for the Creation Club, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, that's the Hall of Wonders. Let's go to the Armory. Here are the various sets of armor. Here's from the guard armor. Guard armor for the guard armor overhaul, as well as stained weapons, and shields and all. And here we also have the West Wing and the East Wing. Both good places for storing any extra things. Like Ancient Akaviri's armor. Doesn't actually go there. You know what? I feel like storing the minor outfit there as well. Because I'm crazy. Now, the East Wing is pretty much the same. Next stop on our tour, the library. Here are the various treasure maps you can find, including ones edited by mods, various book collections.
My, it's starting to get a bit dusty in here.
Gesundheit. Anyway, here's a bunch of rare books. Oh, and here's a printing press for if you need to make copies of other books. Anyway, we have some more unique books, as well as some unique book-related items like the Quill of Gemination and the Dragonstone, St. James Opus, etc. More maps. Maps. Anyway, here you can get more paintings. Huh. That's a locked door. We'll get into that later. We'll ask Guardian about it. Here we have the Gallery of Natural Sciences. Here you can plant various reagents here, if you wish. We also have various this is where you can find all the bugs in jars. And various taxidermy exhibits we can potentially make. I will not be making them at this time. I'm gonna wait till we get through a certain quest in this mod. I'll explain why when we get there. And here are the various gemstones. Write them out. And here is the tidal pool display, where we will place the various seashells that we can find. That's the roll of words. Anyway, next the Dragonborn Hall, the final stop of our exhibit. Like I said, he'll be displaying our various accomplishments. Various things will be here as we complete more quests, some added through modded quests. Oh, and Connoric's accoutrements adds additions to the Dragon Priest's armory. This is where various shrines will appear. You might have noticed that there aren't the 8 ones I did at the 8 Divines Stone. That's because, well, new save when I forgot to make the pit stop there, this one. Now, this will usually wait until you complete the mod this quest, Digging Up Explorers, where you form the Explorer Society. Since I took the alternate start Relic Hunter, it's already formed, so this is already here. And again, various mods. More mods. This will be a very fun mod. One of my favorite priority mods. If you are fans of Oblivion, you will also love this one. And more mods. Oh, and this is also another fun mod. This one you'll love if you're fans of Morrowind. Now then. Oh yes, I think I remember something now I forgot to talk about. Yes, here. All the standing stones, whichever you discover, will appear right here. Anyway, now then. That is the entire museum that completes the tour. Dun dun dun! I timed that poorly. Dun dun dun! Ahem! Third time's the charm! Dun dun dun! Or is it? For what does this button do? A secret passage? Duh, duh. Hall of Secrets. This place is mysterious. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Yeah, a secret tunnel. Arian Morelius in the Chamber of Secrets. Yeah. I'll collect some stuff down here. Those iron boots. So now, this is a mysterious place. What do you say we ask Arian about it? Arian, there you are.
Ah, good day, my friend.
That's the story with the hidden room under the Dragonborn Hall.
Oh, the Hall of Secrets. I had all but forgotten about it, to be honest. When we broke ground on the foundation of the museum expansion, we accidentally broke through into a sealed-off chamber that was built under the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. When I asked them about it, it apparently used to be some sort of panic room for Pelagius when he was in one of his more violent manic episodes. They sealed it off long before the rest of the wing and forgot all about it. I asked for permission to use the room as a bit of a secret storage vault in case Solitude was ever invaded. I would store the relics there and lock down the museum. They gave permission and I had the tunnel finished and access in the hall made.
Could I use it as a private display space away from prying eyes?
Certainly. I suppose if you are ever in need of a place to store items of a more questionable nature, that room would be ideal. I'll go ahead and outfit it for you, but I'll take a nobody asks, nobody tells approach to it, and you do with the room as you like. And I won't plan on taking any tours down there either. I should have it all cleaned up for you by tomorrow.
Hey, what can you tell me about this piece we've found?
Oh, that is quite a lovely piece, isn't it? I believe it's called Drakensang. Legend tells that the weapon was forged from a talon of the tiger dragon of Carpo II, the leader of the catfolk of Arcavia, Toshraka, who allegedly metamorphosized himself into a dragon. Not entirely sure if there is any truth to it or if it's just mythology, but the weapon is a beautiful piece nonetheless. You could display it on the dagger racks in the main hall if you'd like, and here's a finder's fee to help you fund your next expedition.
Oh, I forgot to show the upper things in the Hall of Heroes. Let me just do that up. Here's various staffs, College of Winterhold related stuff, more staffs, Elder Scrolls, the dagger axe that he mentioned. Let's put Dragon's over here. This is coming soon. Various headgears, jewelry, necklaces and rings, various unique gloves and boots, some more mystical weapons, the lunar armory, some cool weapons, and okay, now the tour's really done. Until he finishes the Hall of Secrets. So yeah, the Hall of Secrets, like I said, a questionable nature that includes stuff like Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, vampire stuff, any severed heads you collect, What? You don't collect severed heads? Moving on! Here's the Explorer Society Guild House, where you can meet the other members. For somebody...
Oh, Guildmaster, Latoria has a gift for you. Latoria is so happy hearing stories from the other explorers of the places they have been, and the places we may go, that Latoria wished to give you something special. So Latoria crafts for you an official Explorers Society ring. Jewelry crafting is something other that Latoria is also good at. She has made the ring for all the members, but this one, she makes special for you. It is magic. If you would like one of the others at any time, you just tell Latoria and she will give you one.
Okay, yes, and here's some things. Let's talk to Latoria about some things. Anything interesting in the works?
Yes, Guildmaster. In fact, Latoria does have something interesting to share. Latoria was with Professor Marassi the other day while he investigated the Nordic burial ruin, and she discovered a lost incantation. Using it on ruined unreadable books reverses their names so they can be once again legible. It only works briefly, so Latoria can only transcribe a page or two before the book turns to ash. But if you bring enough ruined books, Latoria could piece together a full text from many ruined copies.
How many books would it take?
Latoria thinks about 20 at a time should suffice. But bring her all you can find, and Latoria will give you a copy of whatever she finds.
What exactly could you uncover from this?
Some rare books, spell tomes, even a possible treasure map or two. Who is to know? Be exciting to find out, no? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. I'll bring you some useless books.
Excellent. Latoria eagerly awaits your return.
Now let's talk to her some more about them. So, anything interesting
Oh
planned?
yes, a lot of possibilities. Just have to narrow down where we want to go next. Well, Latoria has read many stories about Windcaller Pass, which runs under the doors of the world. This one should like to see it one day.
Alright, I have a job for you. I'd like you to go out and
Of course,
excavate.
Guildmaster.
Now, excavation perk tree. Excavator rank 1. Gain 1 additional fragment at dig site with 20% chance of an extra keystone. Yes. Here, Oldenson. What are you doing between
Mostly
digs?
help Ariana move, but now that
You've
you
heard
mention
this
it, I do-
before?
If you bring me I can usually find. If I do find one, just let me know.
So how are things going?
Much better here at the guild. I'm preparing to join in on the next excavation, and it's much more interesting to be sure.
Have a job for you?
What can I help you with?
Like to go
Sounds
out and
good.
excavate.
I'll be back in a few days.
Now, Patera Morassi. What can you tell me about archaeology?
It's hard, messy work and meticulous, careful work at the same time. You don't dig hard enough, and you'll never get to anything. But dig too hard, and you risk damaging the findings. You'll find excavation sites all across Skyward. Just look in or near Dwemer Nordic ruins. Just bring a pickaxe and start carefully digging, and you should be sure to find a few fragments. I've set up a station here in the guild house for assembling fragments. Feel free to use it whenever you like. Bring enough fragments and you should be able to assemble some interesting items. Some are common, others hard to find, and a few are rather rare.
How goes the dig planning?
It progresses. Going to take some time to get all the details worked out, but we're coming along well. I'll let you know when we are ready.
How goes the dig planning?
Going along quite well. I think we've narrowed our scope to the ruins of Urkin and Windcaller Pass. But I'll let you know when we're ready.
Alright, I have a job for you. I'd like you to go out and
Alright then.
excavate. Now, Gonna be in the Teletoria later. Take a look in some of these. Because there's a certain book I'm looking for. Aha! Yes! I've only found this book this early once. So I'm looking for it is... Lost Wonders of the Ages. Now then. Last member we need to meet, the quartermaster.
Hello.
So how's
Can't
business?
complain. How about you? Staying out of trouble?
I always stay out of trouble.
Sure you do. Pull the other one, why don't you? Just make sure you bring me anything interesting you're trying to offload from your not getting into trouble.
Do you do special
Absolutely.
orders?
What do you have in mind?
Wanted to buy some supplies in larger amounts from time to time.
Yes. Stock up, as it were. I'd imagine you are quite too busy to be bothered with doing the grocery shopping, after all. Tell you what, I put in orders just about every few days or so. If you like, you can just write me an order of what you want, and I'll try to get it for you. Just jot it down on your household planner in the safe house, and when I'm helping Orion clear out any of your cell card stuff, I'll check the list. Just leave plenty of gold in your treasury, and I'll just deduct it from that.
How do you know about my secret stash?
Well, Orion actually let it slip when we were talking about the add-on of the guild house one time, and how the building was developed and expanded over the years. Oh, don't worry. I haven't told anyone else, and I'll just take what's needed to cover the cost. No extra fees or anything.
Okay, sounds like a good
Okay,
deal.
great. So just jot down what types of supplies you want, and I'll get you an assortment of whatever I can find of that type. In order to get you the best prices available, I'll be buying in lots rather than honing in on one specific item, so it may be a bit random. But you'll be paying rock bottom prices, and I'll manage to get a good assortment of things, which I think will cover you nicely for crafting materials and the like. So just stock up your treasury, and jot down what type of items you want me to look for, and I'll get shopping for you. Each time I fill an order, I'll leave it in a crate in the workshop for you. And the next time you want another order, just jot it down again.
Right. Now, I have some things to do on my birthday, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Next time we'll explore the safe house and do things. See you all next time. 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right.